Just give me a straight answer. Is the General still in the cradle of summer?
She is, for as much good as it'll do her. But the cards don't lie. She'll never get that door open. Fate says it's so.
Yes. Well, then I suppose we'll just have to change fate, won't we?
Isn't it a glorious day? As if I only have a few moments to spare. Why, the Godstorm is the greatest event That's, sadly, I lack They are lost to the ages. Athene's wisdom be yours.
Leave a man in peace. Good riddance.
Thank you for coming all this way. I don't know if you heard that, but it sounds as if General Talera is still here in exile. For all but losing the fortress of Melsenshire. Long ago, Talera led our forces, but then the Tuatha produced a foe she could not best. Her forces barely survived the retreat out of Cluracan. Many blamed her for the loss, to have built up hopes so high, only to have them topple. That was Talera's crime, and she has paid for it, day after day. You're as quick as ever. Talera is in the cradle of summer, banished from the battlefields of Melsenshire until she can atone for her past. According to the Fate Weaver here, she seeks an artifact from Ural Tusk that might break the siege and aid our forces. But she cannot do so alone, for poor Talera is fated never to succeed. That is where you can help. You should be just what the General's looking for.
Be careful around the General.
Hail. I am General Talera Surely you're not the aide Aelin Shear promised. She spoke as if she planned to send a whole squad of soldiers, not one faceless mercenary. You have the bearing of one that's seen combat, but you never fought in the war, or you would know who I am. Once I was the commander of Melsenshire, the Alfar fortress to the east. I held back. Understood. But you wouldn't be the first person that Aelin Shear has used. Most of the time, you don't even know she's doing it. Not that I need any help in my misfortune. You see, all those who involve themselves with me soon face disaster. Such is the fate I have been dealt. The years have been long since I first learned of the means that might deliver Melsenshire from the Tuatha. It lies in Ural Tusk, beyond a gate fated never to be opened, in a hall awash with Niskaru. Any who seek access to the ruin must face them. These ruins are said to be the resting place of the Piercing Light, a spear carved from the tusk of the Niskaru Duke, Gajor. The legends say it destroys any horror, in the mind or on the battlefield. No place is more deserving of such a power as Melsenshire. For all my years of research, I've only ever found one clue to this puzzle: when the great voices rise in song. It may refer to the wind stones scattered across the plains. They bear a striking resemblance to the stones of this ruin. But that's simply me grasping at answers. Take this chime. It is said to have been taken from the ruin during its construction many centuries ago. I've tried using it on the windstones with no luck. The windstones are located all across the plains. can't believe it. The gate shifted? For all my efforts, you simply appear and make it respond. No one could, not even Fate Weavers. They say that fate has woven no thread to open these doors. And yet, you've done it. But we must not stop here, not when good fortune smiles upon us. The gate opens, but you must find the remaining windstones and strike the chimes. I will stay here. The Niskara within will sense the gate weakening. Someone will need to hold them back. I'll stay here and fight any Niskara looking to sneak past it. The Niskaru took everything from me. My soldiers, my station, everything. All my life burned when Balor rose over the fields of battle. These Niskaru, they were not always in the war. It wasn't until the Witch Knight Malwyn started making pacts with them that they fought alongside the Tuatha. We're close now. I've heard that the spear is guarded by the Niskaru warrior Azagal. We will learn if it still is. I see the spear. The Niskaru were sure to press the attack. I don't know what to feel. All the years I spent trying to claim this weapon, and I never truly thought I would. I was not fated to have it. Not until you came. You have thrown back the veil of fate and revealed what is truly possible. Yes, but it is so much more. This will... And I never would have laid hands on it, if not for you. Kind words, but not true. My day will come when Baelor is dead at my feet. And I would be honored to have you beside me then, too. Meet me at Rathir, the city in the east. Together we will break the siege of Melsenshir and turn the Tuatha tide. With the wards down, I think we can get out... We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsenshir. The old fool never would listen to reason. I certainly hope so. We're going to need every sword we can muster. You can find him in the upper city, staring over the strait at Melsen.
Nothing finer in all Amalour. Good day.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
What do you want? Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Melsenshir, I take it. Look to Rathia's sister across the strait. Her battered... We take in refugees. We send them... And now you, a stranger, think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to... Melsenshir stands as Rathia's eastern shield. Even now, nearly broken, she still stands. This city can do nothing for the fortress, but perhaps its people can. The wounded we have here wish to return to fight for the fortress one last time. I'll tell them to meet you at the docks, and take this as well from my own collection. May it be of use to you in the coming battle. Go. Save our sister across the sea.
City watch. Move up.
House Anwan would look down on any new great house.
Citizen. Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
20.
The burns for army recon we're talking about.
The General has returned. The ships are loading now for Melsenshir. Are you ready to board? Right away.
Agarth, you know better than any of us how this will end. Why must we fight a war that you know we will not win?
You would still ask that, Talara, after all you've seen.
Until I get an answer, Fate Weaver. Until then.
Why do we fight? Because there is hope. Because only through battle can we break the chains that fate has forged. Don't you see? We have been given a chance. And though some of us will die, we will die knowing that our lives were finally our own. That we are no longer slaves to the whims of fate. Would you throw it away? Just for fear of another defeat? Not I. I will fight. And if I die knowing that I have made a choice. And this choice, for good or for ill, was my own.
Keep walking. Keep walking. You won't last long.
The great general. Not exactly the heroes of legend, but you're a welcome sight nonetheless. Likely you've come to see the fortress before it falls. I've seen her stand for the last 10 years, but the end, I think, has finally come. Our scouts report that the Tuatha are massing, and in their wake we've seen it. The Niskaru lord, Baelor, has come for Melsenshir at last. Baelor could tear through our walls like parchment. Our only hope is to ambush before they can bring him forward, and take the Tuatha by surprise. While our forces delay Baelor, you and Talera will be sent to hunt the witch knight, Malwyn. It's likely that he will hold the Baelor sway during the battle. We can't best their army in the open field. My hope is with Malwyn dead, the Baelor will turn on. The real mission goes to General Talera. When you're ready, come meet me by the gates. Now we must face... Greetings. What is Talera doing back here?
I don't care if the bartender's manning the ramparts. Someone has to have a drink for sale.
Pray to Lyria that fate...
You didn't think I'd miss this, did you?
The great... What is it? Time is running out. Steel yourselves. The battle is not... Then let us go. When they enter the courtyard, you and Talera will use the distraction.
Our hunt for Malwyn can now begin in earnest. I will take one path and you another. If a Wygland's troop now, we must get moving. There.
Charge!
The Tuatha came fast.
We'll stay back and guard this area. It looks like it's...
Moving! I'll make sure they don't try that again. I'm doing just fine on my own way.
Finally, some reinforcements. It doesn't matter. We tried to fight off. You could get in amongst them.
This is our chance, before they can regain control of the creature! Ah! Theoden, guide my hand. For Rathir! This ends here!
Another victory! You're still alive! You've got to destroy Baelor before it tears this place up. I know, child. Everything seemed still in that moment when she struck the Baelor. At least she died how she wanted to. But her sacrifice won't mean anything unless you do something.
Tuatha. They're gone. After 10 years. I can't believe they're finally gone. It's over. After all these years, the siege is broken, and we're alive. Thank the gods for sending you to us. But I have heard a bitter rumor in the wake of all of this. Is it true? Then the rumors of her dishonor will finally be silenced. She gave everything to us in the end, when we rebuild these walls, but she never would have been here had you not delivered her to us. It can never be enough, but we hope you'll accept this as our better. You get what every soldier dreams of, a break. Rubble from the fight is still blocking the main gates, and it'll be until then. Agarth says you... How can I help you?
Keep walking.
It's time to celebrate. The Baelor's dead, and the Tuatha have fallen back to Cursewood. You and me, let's drink to victory. No, not Tak. Not Tak. Damn the Tuatha! Damn them to the fires! This isn't how it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be the soldier. He was supposed to stay home to watch Mother. I knew he was in Cursewood, but they must have been in the path of the Baelor. They were trying to shield us. Poor Tak. Mother will be ruined.
The hero of Melsenshire.
Lyria is... The next ship out of here is heading for Rathir. Are you interested in coming aboard? To Rathir we go. Lyria is smiling upon us.
This is Cluricon we're talking about, not your remnants.
Yeah?
Death to the tyrant. Maris, have a drink, if you can afford it. I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out. Come back any time, and I'll buy more meat off of you.
So it's done. Better you than me, I suppose. With the war still raging, there's always plenty of bad news to deliver. You should see the stacks of them in Rathir. Thank you. You have more courage than I do. And I've stared into the eye of the enemy. Take this. It's my weekly pay. I can't bear to feel its weight.
Guess I oughta... What is it? You! You are my contact! I should have known. Punctuality is not one of your papal strengths, and you have so few. You may recall our mutual friend, Fomerus Hughes. The gnome who brought you back to life? I suspect you would, but I gather you've been quite busy. Well, Scholar Hughes has been missing since the attack on his tower. As his patron, I am quite concerned. I want you to find him. You are, how shall I say, uniquely suited to the task. Simple. Scholar Hughes is responsible for the most valuable invention in recorded history. I am his patron. Not only am I responsible for his work, but also for his well-being. Fomerus, and I am grateful. Scholar Hughes uses an old laboratory in the cavern of Saltwell Mines. I believe he's been conducting... Find him, and you will be rewarded for your contribution to science.
Have I been down here? It is! By the tome! Come closer. Let me look at you. It has been an eternity since I've seen a trusted face. Are you? In many ways, your awakening has brought me nothing but misery. But that is not your fault. I am to blame for all of it. Wait. Do you hear that sound? It could be the Sons of Laz, but... Then assassins? The last we spoke, it was the Tuatha that reduced my lab to cinders. Now it's assassins. Everywhere I go, destruction follows. I have grown so weary of it, my friend. All I ever wanted was to unlock death's secrets, to shed light on the shadows. I never wanted this. Thank you for more than just your protection, for being the one good thing to come of this disaster. I have few friends. You must be mistaken. I've tried to contact him ever since I fled Octien. Of course. When all the facts are considered, the truth will emerge. Ah, I am a fool! Octien has sent you to search for me, to have us killed together. Those assassins are proof of this. The Well of Souls is his project. Once it was functioning, he no longer needed me. Not if he could salvage the well in Alistar with Ventrinio's help. No, not me. But Ventrinio's old notes suggest that he may know a way into Alabastra. I wonder, perhaps, is it possible that you have met Ventrinio already? That would explain it. You were attuned to his well, but raised from mine. Unfortunately, the only way to find Ventrinio is to go through Templar Octien, which will not be easy now that we know of his treachery. Octien is a powerful sorcerer with tremendous influence. If you attacked him outright, you would lose all credibility. We must play his game. Her name is Templar Joriel, and she is reputed for her wisdom and strength of character. If Joriel can make Octien answer for his crimes, then we will gain access to his information. That includes If you wish to uncover the mystery of your deaths, then you will need Ventrinio. He is the key to Alabastra. Find Templar Joriel in Edessa. We don't have much evidence, but I have a feeling she will help us. Oh, don't call it that. You're just having a talk with Octien in the library. I know, it's unpleasant.
Another?
What now?
You again? After the business of Sandstone Villa, I thought that we had settled matters. I see. Think Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, for you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures. Make no mistake, stranger. If you initiate hostilities with a Templar, then you will become an enemy of the gnome state. Justice is pursued when a Templar confesses to his crimes. Then and only then. And Octien, I can do no more for you. Trouble me no further with this matter, especially when we have already discussed this. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the Livrarium.
Hello. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one. It is for the best. But you are not the only one to suspect. If you wish to bring Octien to justice, he will need to...
Hello there.
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate Ha! Their white palm are hardly thugs. Simply finding them cost me a small fortune, when I expect to be reimbursed with this failure. You are a child. These crimes, as you call them, shall be my final... Innocent blood has been the price for this research. But the well of souls is priceless. It is worth every... I do have one confession, though unfortunately I cannot say the same for you. The wise and the foolish to think that yous gave away such a gift. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you're certainly welcome to try.
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps. Regardless, Gnome Society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. I'm afraid that's one promise I cannot make. Our society demands neutrality with regard to the war. But I've been told that while you were on the scaffolds, Scholar Hughes managed to salvage Octien's texts from the livrarium fire. He should arrive shortly. With any luck, he's discovered something that might be of use to you. Now, I must tend to
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinia has been working on an island off of Cluricon. Indeed. I hear rumors that Melson Shear has been cleared and the army is ready to march into Cluricon and beyond. Sounds like you're to thank for that. And when you meet Ventrinio, be wary. He's a complicated figure, but a genius nonetheless. He may try to kill you the second time around as well. But regardless, he has a way into Alabastra. I hope, for your sake, he's willing to share it. Oh, I will. In fact, I believe I'll be staying in Edessa to offer what support I can. With Octian out of the way, the people will be needing a new Templar, after all. You carry a grave responsibility now.
Octian seems to have gotten what he deserves. I can't say I understand gnomish politics, but Hughes is safe, and now we know where Ventrinio is. Seems like a win. No time to clean up, though. I've got news from the front lines in Cluricon. The army has been making progress in Cluricon, but the further we push, the harder it gets. The Tuatha know the land and are too well organized. But we've heard rumors of a small band of Winter Fae harassing the Tuatha somewhere in the swamps. The scouts can't track them down, but perhaps the hero of Melsen Shear could find them.
Yes?
Breaker.
Well met. The ships are loading now for Melsen Shear. Are you ready to board? Right away. Welcome to the war.
What's this? You know, a nice thing about the dead? They don't?
Keep them coming. Hail, warrior!
You're already dead. Nothing but another corpse, just like me. Another bot. She's here, you know. Death. I've seen her. Please, don't let her eat my eyes. I don't want to die. Oh, she's a great dark crow with 1,000-needle beak. We're all beggars. Dead already and begging for the end. Beggars, but you're no beggar. No beggar at all. I can see it. All around. I am. I dream of her. Don't let her take me there, please. Don't let her. Don't leave me.
The Tuatha lines have broken, and we still live. It looks like fate has a sense of humor. Please, forgive my melancholy. The champion of Mel Senshir should be cheered, not subjected to my sorrow. I am Adrian Tyr, and I was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for a Varani mercenary who threw himself in the fray. He fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not so fortunate, though. I watched the Tuatha cut him off. It shames me, but I once held such mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was a warrior of honor. He was cut off and surrounded by the Tuatha. However, his body must lie somewhere in Cursewood. It would give me peace to learn of his fate. Farewell.
couldn't leave the prattling of a madman alone, could you? This is my sanctum, trespasser. You couldn't possibly understand the work I'm doing here. I fear I will need to kill you now. Perhaps the process will provide some insights into your unique power. Don't you see? The physiology of the mortal races is a book we've barely begun to crack. You couldn't possibly understand. I take these young men and women and I open them and I see what truly lives within. Magic is changing and so are those who wield it. I am merely bold enough to look and learn the how and why. You do not wish to challenge me? You would let my experiments... Well, that arrangement could be beneficial to both parties. I could give you a gift made from what I've learned. In exchange, I want you to silence the nuisance who led you here as a statement of commitment to our new partnership. Ooh, this will be easy.
She's dead, isn't she? The moment she parted... What a wretched woman. Who knows how long she's... Seems I named you well, Scarecrow. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done.
Well, Warsworn, good to meet you. Have you come for scout so long?
A new day has dawned for Melson. Have you seen Adrian Tyr around? Haven't spoken to him since the battle.
Greetings. What may I do for you? Happy hunting.
Honor to you, champion. You have earned great glory, and if you have a moment,
Could I ask a favor? Since the battle, several of my... You slew Malwyn and destroyed... 5 of our greatest fighters have asked, and if you... Excellent. This should prove in. Go with Lyria. That last prepared for your next challenge? Your next challenger, go with Lyria. You certainly didn't pull any punches with my blacksmith. I hope he can still hold a hammer tomorrow. Sir Phaedra Will is next. Are you prepared? Sir Phaedra is one of my best scouts, quick and agile. Give her any room and she'll make the ring into your grave. Go with Lyria. You handled Sir Phaedra readily enough. Adrian Tyr survived alone. It will take the force of God to go with Lyria. Adrian fell harder than I thought he would. Your final challenger is my sister, Ragnar. She will bury her sword in your heart. Go with Lyria. One by one, the greatest of the Alpha have faced you in single combat, and all have fallen. Now it is my turn. I am Bronwyn. Let us see what you are... Go with Lyria. You are worthy of honor, warrior. I have never faced your equal. Take this. Tilera herself granted me this blade for the slaying of the Tuatha champion Zerastes, but you deserve it more than I. The Alpha honor you, champion. May the Tuatha fear your coming. Go with Lyria.
State your business.
Keep your hands off me, fool. I'm no Tuatha. I must speak with the Siegebreaker. It is a pleasure to meet the Siegebreaker. Especially here, in a land where pleasure has been all too rare. I am Sidon the Outcast, Prince in exile of the House of Sorrows. I'm here to welcome you to our home. I see the hesitation in your eyes. Although I am Fae of the Winter Court, you and I have a common enemy. I am Sidon the Outcast. Once I was Prince of the House of Sorrows, but my true duties are to the true Court of Winter. The Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflo and the Tuatha. With your help, I can end their reign. Clearly I'm not Tuatha. I carry a loathing for them that mortals could never understand. I simply approached your lines peacefully and expressed my desire to speak with the Siegebreaker. It seems that even the simplest mortal soldier can recognize an ally against our mutual enemy. Indeed, you accomplished a great feat here. But the Tuatha Deon are far from defeated. Before striking the heart, you must trim the fat and cleave through the bones. If you wish to put an end to Gadflo's reign, meet my brethren and me at Foe's Hearth to the east, and we can talk further there. I'd rather not talk here. Cluricon is filled with Tuatha spies. Travel to the old ruins at Foe's Hearth. We'll meet you inside. Be careful. These swamps
So
can be
few of
treacherous.
the Winter Court left to stand against... You go ahead. It's been some time since Sidon and I had a chance to...
You're the one who slew the Baelor. Honor to you. I command the Ariad. We are warrior scouts. The eyes of... My men are scouting the Tuatha's retreat, though I fear I may have lost even them to this cursed forest. They are overdue. My men are never late. They are either where they are supposed to be, or they are dead. In fact, if you are venturing out into the forest, may I prevail upon you for aid? 3 of my men are missing. If you discover any evidence of what befell them within the Cursewood, let me know. Warrior to warrior, I would be in your debt. And if it would fare well.
There are worse allies to have than the Winter Fae.
What are you doing out here? Did Captain tell him I'll be along shortly? I've got some unfinished business brewing. By unfinished business, I mean Deadeye, Tuatha assassin. Responsible for hunt. The 2 of us just crossed paths here in the wood not half a day past. I hunt. You're the hero of Melsen Shear, right? Think you can let Deadeye's in, but you killed. You can venture into Shattertear and hunt the hunter, so to speak. Goodbye. Deadeye is finished, and now I best return to Captain Drafan. He'll want a full report. Goodbye.
Winter is strong in this place. When first the Fae walked into its depths, it bore great fossils, bones of beasts greater and more terrifying than we Fae. But for all their strength, the earth at their feet lasted longer. It sapped their strength, their life, their flesh. A group of Winter Fae, called the House of Sorrows, have built their lives around the Midden. They feed and tend the bodies there, and sanctify the ground with what dead they bring. It is they who preserve the culture of our people, and make this the cradle of winter. For their part, they have been given a beacon, a small sapling of white bark and red leaves, growing from the bodies in the Midden. They call it the Hallowed Tree.
It was a time of change. The cycles of the seasons turned as ever, but inside the bones of the earth, there lurked a cold. It was not the cold of winter. Beside the houses of sorrows, pride and vengeance, a new turmoil fomented. A magic hitherto unseen.
So few of the Winter Court left to stand against the Dwarf.
You return. I trust things are well. Farewell.
area is smiling.
A journal. He speaks of a brother in a place called the Icebrine Coast. Perhaps when the war is over, I will travel there and tell this man how his brother... Thank you, champion. This book...
I have waited some time for you to come, Siegebreaker, and it seems that my patience has, at least, been worthwhile. The House of Sorrows has need of your might. Aid us, and you will earn a strong ally in the war against the Tuatha Deon. It is not a simple task I ask of you. I have only approached you because you show the potential of use. Go to the mid...
Can't believe we beat you here. Sidon knows some amazing shortcuts through this place.
I discovered the greatest heights of magical power. I achieved everything and anything I desired, except to find one of them again. And inevitably, someone would remind me through their ugliness that somewhere, something as beautiful and perfect as that divine spirit existed. People will hurt you. People will try to use you. But this thing was different. Yes, I could trust it, and it would protect me from the callousness of others.
So few of the Winter Court left to stand against the Tuatha.
It is agreeable to see you, Siegebreaker. Clurica, as the Tuatha have learned. We've made sure of it. So I did. We are the bitter frost, the last few remnants of free. We have refused to bend knee to Gadflow or his god. Our numbers are few, but we have fought our kin as best we can. The once noble houses of sorrow, pride, and vengeance have all fallen under Gadflow's sway. Until they're freed, the Tuatha's ranks will continue to swell with the faithful. Blind him, cut out his tongue, draw the venom from our land. Only then will we be able to begin to strike at Alabastra. The Tuatha have built Prismere chantries across Cluricon. From here, Gadflow rallies the faithful, preaches the word of Tirnoch, and corrupts our land. Destroy these chantries and disrupt Gad. When this is done, we'll take you to Ventrinio. Go now. Break the tyrant's grip.
solemn, solemn, hallowed tree. Glory to the graveyard be. Forests of the west.
And so another mortal approaches, but my desire to extinguish mortal life has yet to be satiated. Excellent. I hope you provide... Enough of this farce. I have fought more than enough. We will finish this fight in my hollow. Time.
You did it! It is much to ask, but we don't know. There's some sick point he means to... Please, we're scouts, not seasoned fighters. Thank the god, but be warned. Or worse, they're... Find the headsman. Finish him!
Praise be to Mitharu, and may his blessing be... I have accompanied these noble Alpha in peace. The world needs to know how many of Mitharu's children gave their... You will find an earring upon each soldier who has been slain. I'm glad to have you collect the earrings from them. Go with the gods. Hello once more, wanderer. On the corpses of our unfortunate... Go with the gods.
Wait a moment. No matter. Somewhere in this mess of you see, Venris bonded strongly, very without him. Please, hurry!
And they sleep beneath the limbs, while we sing these mourning hymns, as the dead embrace the land in the earth's embalming hand. Wooden gravestones standing tall by the sorrow's weary hall. Are the leaves now bearing fruit? Will the dead now follow suit?
Are the Alfar nature's meat food the ravens meant to eat? Why do soldiers hang like tears? Why Tuatha covet fears?
The jester of the King of Winter, the fool who made a mockery of life, of everything, languished in a discontent. He heard the whisperings of power, felt its pulse. He saw visions of an endless winter, of a totality of nothingness. He was Gadflow, and he would follow the cycle no longer. I have waited for... I have only just... The Winter Realm is racked by war. My people's magic in decline. It is not the way of my people to die, mortal. It is the way of yours, or it was when I last walked the What has happened while I slept is enough. I will teach you what it truly is to fight. And so you arrive. That you made it all the way to this chamber unscathed is just another reason. Or perhaps I won't kill you outright. The strongest I keep on the edge of life. It will. It will. I shall throw you to...
hanging gallows tree, spreading baleful tyranny, ruined terror of the war, hallowed ground for nevermore. thank the gods. When the Tuatha tossed, take this. It is not my... Farewell.
It is over then. We don't have much to offer. Goodbye.
You have returned. Have you had any luck recovering? Very well. If you find you have time to look for more, I can always make use of your... Go with the gods.